And hello, strangelings. Welcome back to my parlor. So, today is Thursday, which means I'm here with another Thursday thought. And I have been doing my birthright work since I came back from my break. You guys have seen a video about my birthright work every week since. So today, I wanted to change it up just a little bit, give you guys a little bit of a breather, give myself a little bit of a breather too. Because, I mean, guys, I have to go out and do observations to figure out what things are going wrong in the world, or at least going in a wonky direction. Then, of course, I have to decide what I'm going to make the video on. Then I have to decide what I'm calling the video. Then I have to make the video. I'm sure you guys can tell that these videos are usually not scripted. And that's because, trust me guys, you guys saw with the Blandon video, that was my scripted video. That's what it looks like when I do a scripted video. It's very difficult for me to do a scripted video because of my dyslexia. I've got to memorize this script, and I'm not sitting here all week memorizing a script. I have way too much. I have 3 channels, this entire dollhouse to run, and, you know, other things in my life. This one, however, this one's pretty much already been made for me. You see, before I rebooted the channel, some of you might actually know this, I had a 13-piece art project. This art project, of course, was a companion for a book that's unfortunately not finished yet, still locked up in the Hermit because I still need to figure out how to get him moving, and if not, remove the data from him. So unfortunately my Hermit is down, which means my book is down. But I already got these pieces done. And these were pieces that I decided there was no way I was just going to delete in the reboot, because they're my art. I'm not going to get rid of my art. I have some other art that I still need to finish up. I have an art piece that part of it was deteriorating, and part of the purpose of it was deteriorating, and I was going to put it all together in a video collage. We got to find the rest of the pictures because unfortunately right now they're in the server, so I'm kind of hoping that they're not some of the stuff that got corrupted and burnt out of the server. Hopefully, guys. If not, that piece can be redone anytime. Anyway, we're not talking about that piece. That piece is throwaway people, and I will do that later. Today we're talking about this specific piece, and before I present it to you guys, I want to go through a few things. Firstly, I want to go through the real world stuff. 1, there are 2 parts to this. There's the art part, and then there was the we'll see you next week part. All of it was filmed in such a way that it looks quite grainy today. And that's because I had a cheap phone, and that was the best camera I had at the time. I'm working with better equipment now, and also technology has gotten better since I made it. It was just a few years back, and trust me, it's grown exponentially. To wit, I actually had edited it on the YouTube editor program, a program that you cannot access anymore. It was so bare bones basic, it was exactly like editing on the old decks when I started editing. So it wasn't my ideal. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the editing program I'm using right now is not my ideal either. It's just simply how it is. It's not gold standard at all. But it is what it is. However, the art pieces themselves, they'll look even worse. I hope that you won't mind it because it's actually part of the art piece. It is supposed to look like corrupted data. And I think I achieved that pretty well. So, that is what that is. That's all the physical real world stuff. Now, before you get to see it, I do want to give you a little bit of information as to what this world is in the first place. So I have this whole inner universe. I have around 12 books that I have yet to make for it. And in all reality, the 2 books I have already self-published, a prehistoric short story and Mouse Day, technically go in this world too. Of course, Mouse Day has no real obvious connection because it's a children's book. Prehistoric short story is the way before. And once I actually have gotten to the point where I can start actually working on my books again, they will be fleshed out in such a way that you'll understand how prehistoric short story fits in, even though that's a kid, young adult story, literally a short story. And then there'll be ways that you see how everything else fits in. There are things in here that I'm not going to tell you about because, of course, once I do finally get my books out, if I ever get them out, that is going to be stuff that you'll find out in those, pardon me, in those books. My tea is repeating on me just a tiny bit. It's okay, it's good. It's strawberry hazelnut with a little bit of chocolate and rose in it. Black tea, by the way. Gotta have my black tea. It's not a caffeine thing, it's a taste thing. I like black tea, green tea. I'm not so big of a fan of white tea. Something about the baby tea leaves just doesn't quite work for me. Anyway, back onto the subject at hand. So, in this world, what you need to know about it is that, 1, this is going to be a futuristic world, somewhere around 2050. In this world, this is a world where somewhere about 2030, there was nuclear war. This nuclear war was enough payload, so to speak, to literally strip the magnetic shielding from the planets that we get from our iron core. Of course, don't worry guys, I've factored in the fact that the iron core will be replaced in time. That's in the book. That's all the book stuff. Now, another thing in this world is there are peoples who have gathered together in certain places. And of course, these peoples, you guys have heard plenty of post-apocalyptic stuff. They're one of those groups that really just want to catalog history so that we don't repeat that, or so that we have that knowledge to rely on if we need it, whichever comes first. And I think that's pretty much all you need to know. The magnetic shielding has been stripped. This, of course, scientifically. Any of you scientists in the audience will, of course, be, well, if the magnetic shield is stripped, the whole planet would be a desert. Exactly. Exactly. So, without further ado, I get on to superheroes.
This is Field Agent 4739 of the New Society Archive. We've just found another hard disk. We haven't been able to retrieve much of the thing yet. But from what we have, there's definitely data of some interest here. I'm going to be honest with you. The thing's pretty corrupted. I need more power than this shitty field kit. I will be cataloging the disk upon my arrival under the name Dataset 39. I'll be sending data packages from location when I am satisfied with the quality. As per usual, data packages will be sent with a name. However, as I have not found any timestamping at all so far, I will plan to use the first word covered in each package for consistency. On a personal note, please tell Joe to remember to light the fire for me. Data packages to follow. May we always know. Transmission ends.
That was part 1 of my video stories superheroes. I know it wasn't much, but I hope you guys liked it. I really hope that you guys tune in for part 2, which will be coming out very soon. And I will see you there.
Agent 4739, dataset number 39, package name, masks.
I now know why superheroes wear their masks. It's not to protect the innocence that surround them. It's because they're deeply scarred people. All they really know is the shadows. Night kind of takes you in that way. But what you have to pull out of your guts just to do the job, but we have to keep in mind what we're fighting for our world back. So that was part 2 of my video story, Superheroes. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. If you are, please consider sharing it with friends, family, or anybody you think might enjoy this story, because we still have some more coming out, and it's going to be fun. We'll see you at the next one.
Agent 4739, dataset 39, package name, Fire Ash.
I went for my usual run today. I saw a guy at the park. He asked me where I got my makeup, and who in the world put it on for me. My mother used to say things like that. Anyway, I kind of actually pained a bit to have to tell him there's fire ash everywhere. In the end, I realized he was not among the aware. So I tried to get him to a shelter, but, you know, they're like lost kittens or something. Anyway, all's well so far. So that was part 3 of my video story, Superheroes. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far, and consider sharing it if you do enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, consider sharing it with people you don't like. We'll see you in the next one.
Agent 4739, dataset 39, package name, Develop.
So, I got a little bored. Maybe feeling a little nostalgic. When I was in school, I was taught how to develop picture film. Of course, by the time I was an adult, all the kids could take a picture with their phone in seconds. Well, anyway, it's not the old box and film cameras, but I went ahead and took some pictures of myself for old time's sake. I'm going to try to add them. This thing doesn't work so well anymore. So I hope you liked part 4 of my video story, Superheroes. Still more coming out, so I hope to see you at the next video.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, Laughter.
The sound of children's laughter used to be one of the most beautiful sounds in the world. Or at least, that's what most people said. I really hated their screams. You walk past the park and screams. And if they were not very well-raised children, sometimes they'd scream at you. The air is so dead now. So that was part 5 of my video story, Superheroes. I hope some interesting stuff has happened so far, and hopefully some more interesting stuff will come up. We'll see you in the next one.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, Ben.
I had that dream again last night. I just went to look for him. I kept calling out his name. Ben! Ben! Like an idiot. I did find him, and he had found some others. It was in a nightclub of all places. The lights were going, blurry people dancing to ghostly music. He was sitting in a booth in the corner. A girl for each arm. They were laughing their heads off. They didn't even see me. Then their hands came into view. What could I do? I couldn't just watch. So you've been watching part 6 of my video story Superheroes. I really hope that this has been interesting so far, but there is still more to come. We'll see you in the next one.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, rats.
It's impossible to live like this and not have to deal with rats. But I think I've befriended my hairy little freeloaders. It began when I started locking up the food. Of course, I would leave a little out for, after my meals. And, who wouldn't be comforted by the sound of other living things? I stopped leaving the room. And towards the end, one of them actually came up to me and took a piece of potato out of my hand. Sat down right there, eat it. Then he scared the death out of me. He grabbed my thumb. I honestly prepared for teeth, but he just cleaned it. So that was part 8 of my video story, Superheroes. I hope you guys are continuing to enjoy this story because it has been fun to do. It was fun to write and it was fun to film. So I'm hoping that you guys are having as much fun watching it as I had making it.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, database.
Sarah and I have been trying to crack this database for 2 days straight now.
I will beat this bitch. She was rude to me.
I sometimes wonder if she wants it more than I
do. Yes, you bet I do. I want to know what happened, and you need to know what is out there.
I know, Sarah. You've always been good to me. If it wasn't for you, I would think I was in a padded cell right now. You just watched part 9 of my video story, Superheroes. I hope you didn't click on it by accident, because that's probably a bit weird if you did. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys at the next video.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, noticed.
I went into town again. Decided to stay to see the sunrise. The numbers of the unaware have gone down since day 0, but they are definitely still there. They're like zombie children, wandering and vacant. They just don't know what to do next. Then I noticed one noticing me. It's not the first time, but he was blocks away. He started walking at me with the speed of a lawyer who's almost late for a trial. First thing he did, eyeballed my clothes. Then he accused me of panhandling. Then he gave me hell for my outfit. Funny, coming from a suit. So that concludes part 10 of my video story, Superheroes. Some pretty crazy stuff's been happening so far, I know. But it's not the end yet. There's still a few more parts left. So hopefully I will see you there.
Agent 4739. Dataset 39. Package name, nothing.
was always funny to those who had plenty. They thought it would last forever, at least for them. And after all, they were what mattered most to them. The resources would never run out. The machines would always keep moving. The lesser people would always keep working the jobs that they were too good for. Well, where are you now? No? Nothing to say? Solar will never work. You'll get sick if you use that water filter. Didn't I always tell you your days were numbered? And guess what? I hope you enjoyed watching part 11 of my video story, Superheroes. And I hope you are enjoying these thoroughly because they are a joy to make.
Agent 4739, dataset 39, package name, New Moon.
So I tried to use the gate tonight, like I do on every new moon, and particularly cloudy night. Won't be doing that again for a while. At least not until I get it fixed, which means more parts, and I still have one more part I need for the conversion, so the van's out. So I guess old Jimmy Wagon gets oil. Hey, maybe I'll be lucky and I can get enough parts to get everything on my list done. We'll see. So that was part 12 of my video story, Superheroes. And there's at least one more part left, so I'm hoping you guys will come back for that.
Agent 4739, dataset 39, package name, Preen.
Oh, dear God, this species is not going to survive. I saw my first aware boy, and I don't even know how long. He was at this old pub. He looked like he was about to claim the place as his own. But he was having fun with those 6 bottles at his table. He was doing some kind of, I don't know, Mad Hatter Tea Party thing, you know, just kind of behaving weirdly, I guess. Then he said, "We're going until someone passes out. But I think we have a guest." And he gets up. He starts walking over to me, drunkenly. I don't know what he's going to do. We all know what I'm prepared for, and we all know what I've had to do, but chat up lines? He was pretty in that man on the prowl sort of way, so I let him hit on me. And I flirted back. I was kind of hoping that maybe I could get him to tone it down over time. Eventually, he seemed to decide that he needed to clean up before going to my place. How long could it take to preen? I mean, really? But I think I would have been a lot happier if I would have just stayed over at the bar and waited for him. Because as I walked over to the men's room door, I heard this Yeah, I know she's the hottest girl in the room. Well, you should have talked to her first then. No, I'm not asking her if she has any girlfriends. Fine, but at least wait. It won't be long before she's with me on the regular. She's gonna be loving every minute of me. So I'm thinking two things. One, who talks like that? Who? And two, there's nobody else in here. So I was out of there like lightning because it is not worth that just to have some company. Hey guys, so what you just watched was part 13 of my video story, Superheroes. This right now is the end of the story. However, the agent's still out in the field, and there might be some more coming up. You never know. There may be some more data packages that come through. So you might want to keep looking for that. But I'm hoping that you also got a taste for my storytelling style, kind of technically my writing style, but not quite. Not until I turn it into a book anyway. If you did like it, I encourage you to share it with as many people as you can. If you didn't like it, share it with all your enemies. If you did like it, however, please check out my books on Amazon. Of course, by the time you see this, I don't know how many will be out there. And as I keep writing more and more, I'm, of course, going to add more and more to Amazon. So check that out if you did like my writing style in this, or my storytelling style. I keep saying both of them. Who knows? So, thank you guys for watching. Like I say, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I worked really hard on it, and I thought it was fun. So, I will see you guys in the next video, and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And so if you guys liked this, I really hope you did. If you guys like this, please let me know in the comments. If you guys want to see more like this, again, let me know in the comments. I mean, do the typical channel stuff, you know, subscribe, like, and all that. But let me know. And, you know, if you guys want to talk further on it, my Discord's down there too. So, all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys. I mean, I've got to edit this up for you, and got this whole dollhouse to run and the 3 channels, so I don't got time to talk for too long today, guys. I know I'm weird. Sorry. I'm going to get out of here. Don't forget, guys, doesn't matter who you are, I love you. Take care of each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video.